Welcome back, learners. Let us look at our application questions. All right, let's look at question 1 in application. It says, why is planet Earth suitable for life to exist? Why is planet Earth suitable for life to exist? We said that planet Earth consists of carbon dioxide, of oxygen and nitrogen, which are suitable gases in order for life to exist. So I'm going to write that down. It consists of carbon dioxide gas, oxygen gas, and nitrogen gas. Now, how is carbon dioxide suitable for life? Remember, plants use carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. So I'm just going to say plants use carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. And remember, photosynthesis is responsible for the growth of the plant as well as for plant making their own food and producing oxygen. Oxygen gas is used by human beings and animals. What do? They breathe in the oxygen. Okay? So they breathe in oxygen. Human beings and animals, we need to breathe in the oxygen in order for us to exist. So for us to exist, we need to also eat those plants, okay? And then we also need to eat other animals and as well as breathe in the oxygen in order for life to exist on Earth. That is why planet Earth is the only planet that is suitable for life to exist, as well as the temperatures that the planet Earth has and how the atmosphere looks like. Those are all the suitable conditions for life to exist on Earth. Okay? Now let us look at question 2. Question 2 says to us, name 2 similarities between any 2 of the 8 planets. Okay? Instead of giving you 2 similarities, I'm just going to give you 3, because in all of them, all the 8 planets, they are similar because they are all planets. And what makes them planets is because of the 3 characteristics. 1, they are able to travel around the sun. Travel around the sun, okay, in a regular path. Called an orbit. And this is what is the same, not just for 2 planets, but for all of them. And they are spherical in shape. So spherical in shape. And lastly, they're able to keep their orbital path clear of other objects. So let us also write that down. So they are able to keep their orbital path clear of other objects. All right, and that is the reason why all planets are referred to as planets, okay? They are referred to as planets because they are similar with these 3 characteristics. All right, let us move on to question 3. Now, question 3 says, label the planets represented above. Now, remember we said that there is a sentence that we use to remember the order of how the planets must follow each other from the sun. So we are going to use it to guide us to name the planets, okay? So we are going to say, my very elderly mother just served us noodles, all right? Now, let's see how our sentence help us. My, remember, a letter A there will represent Mercury. So Mercury. And then very, letter B there will represent our Venus. And elderly E there. And then letter C will represent planet Earth. And then mother, M there, letter D will represent Mars. And then just there, letter E will represent Jupiter. And then letter F for served there will represent Saturn. And then us is letter G there, which represent Uranus. And then noodles and letter H represent Neptune. And then that's how our sentence help us to label how our planets follow each other from the sun. All right, let us move on to the next question, which is question 4. It says, what is the difference between an asteroid and a comet? Okay, an asteroid, remember, it's made up of rocky materials, which are referred to as the terrestrial materials. And then the comets are made up of ice and dust. Okay, remember, the asteroid, they are made up of those rocky materials, and we just said that comets are made up of gases as well as liquids, and then they're made up of ice as well as dust. Okay, so let us write that down. Comets are made up, let's start with asteroids. Asteroids are made up of materials of rocks, or we can say rocky materials. All right, and then the comets are made up of ice and, okay, let's remove that, ice and dust. Okay, so that is the difference between the asteroid as well as the comets. All right, and we are done, guys, with the application questions. Let us take an air break, and when we come back, we wrap up our lesson.